Running an online business all by yourself is hard. So here are a few things I wish I knew earlier when starting my first online business. Hey there, I'm Chubby B, an Australian freelance illustrator and small business owner. My main aim is to create adorable, uplifting art that spreads calm and inspiration. I'm all about helping you chase your dreams just like I am. So on my channel, I want to be real about the highs and lows of running a small business and share my journey with you. I have been running my own small business as an illustrator for a couple of years now. And for those of you who have been following me since the very beginning, kudos to you, and you know that I've started from scratch since the very beginning. Throughout that long journey, there's been plenty of ups and downs, and I learned a lot from just trial and error and learning from my mistakes. And that brings me to the first tip. Don't be afraid to start something new. Whether it's starting a new art channel or art business, starting a new clothing brand, jewelry brand, or just anything, my biggest tip and advice is to just give it a go. The first time that I ever shared any of my artworks online, it was actually in the middle of uni. I had already been drawing for a little bit before that, and I was too shy and felt like my art was never good enough to share online. That was not until my boyfriend and my now husband encouraged me to actually post and share my art online. In the beginning, when I first started posting, it was a little hard. I was a little scared and not that many people saw my posts, but consistency and perseverance is very important. I kept posting, I kept drawing, and I just stuck to it, and slowly I actually saw some growth. And the funny thing about growth is it's very exponential. So it may start off very slow, but it can speed up and skyrocket very fast. And the moral of the story is to honestly give it a go. Regardless of what type of career or what type of dream product or business you want to start, just start it. And to make you feel a little better and to give you a sense of encouragement, if you think about any of the big brands out there, they had to start somewhere, right? There's no way that a huge company or any type of successful business starts off successful, right? So do not worry and just start. Now this brings me to the next tip, which is kind of cheesy, but trust me, it's never giving up. And what I mean by that is not essentially never giving up on your dream type idea, although I don't want you to ever give up on your dream. But what I mean is, the first thing you try in your business may not always succeed. And there is nothing wrong with that. But what you do need to do and need to know is to figure out why. Was it the product itself? Was it the artwork? Was it the way you marketed it? Was it the way that it was made? There can be so many reasons that were in your control or even out of your control. So it's very important to figure out why and try to fix and learn from the first mistake. So for example, for me, I remember when I first started doing enamel pins, and that was very scary. And I actually had no idea how to make pins, design pins, or anything. So the very first one that I actually did was kind of a fail. So I actually went to my manufacturer, ordered a sample and everything. And because I didn't show anyone the process, I didn't really speak about it or do any marketing, nobody actually knew about it. So nobody actually bought it. It wasn't until way later when I started showing people what I was designing, sharing with them the process, and actually getting the production funded on Kickstarter. That was actually when people started knowing about my enamel pins. So for me, I went through a big mistake of not publicizing, marketing, and sharing the journey. And because of that, I learned that it's very important, and I try to do it for all of my future products. Now, my example may be very different to the ones that you will encounter, so try to keep your mind open and a bit more conscious of what is happening and every single thing that you try to do for your business, so you know what's working and what is not. Oh yes, if you haven't noticed by now, I've been packing this month's Patreon rewards. I am actually super duper excited because I made a poll asking my patrons which prints and stickers that they wanted, and the votes were actually very, very close. So I decided to include all of them. So all of the patrons who joined during March will get not just a big print, but the 2 mini ones and the 2 mini stickers. So I do hope that everyone likes them. Oh my gosh, I actually also made a mistake during the production of this month's stickers. Do not worry, I didn't include any of the damaged products in the Patreon rewards, but I did do a little misprint for the stickers. So what happened was when you make stickers, there's a specific side that you have to print on for the sticker paper, and I printed it on the wrong side. Now that's not a big issue because basically I just flipped the paper and then printed on the proper side. But for those of you who are wondering, I'm not sure if I should include the stickers for normal purchase or not, because essentially they are in perfect condition. It's just the back has some printing on it, but that's the only difference. So what are your thoughts? Will that count as a normal sticker? But yeah, even artists and small businesses are always growing and making mistakes like I am. So don't worry if you made any mistakes. Just make sure to try to learn from them. The next thing I wish I knew when first starting out is to not be afraid to ask others for help. Even though you're starting out all by yourself as a solopreneur, a solo small business artist, or anything, starting out alone is very hard, and you don't have to do it all by yourself. I remember when I first started out, I would always tell myself and remind myself that it's all on me. I need to do everything. I need to learn everything. So if I wanted to know how to make a product, I needed to learn how to make it myself. Thinking back, it is actually so silly of me to think that way because I'm just one person and I only knew how to draw. Still looking back, I am very proud of how much I've learned, how much I've accomplished, and how much I'm able to do by myself. But thinking back, it would have been a lot easier and faster if I asked people for help. And when I say asking people for help, I don't mean telling them to do things for you, but to actually help you out. So for example, if you don't know how to make a specific product or you don't know how to do printing, search it up. There's lots of people online that can actually help you and teach you. Another example could be having ideas for your products. It's actually very helpful to ask your audience or ask even your friends and family what type of artworks, what type of products they would like to see, because those are the people that will eventually buy from you. So why not ask them? Okay, so these are 3 of my most important and probably most helpful advice or things I would tell myself if I were to start a small business all over again this year. So I do hope that they're helpful for you. If there are specific things that you want to see me talk about or give advice on, especially when it comes to being a freelance artist and a solopreneur or small business, do let me know in the comments. And now for the final segment, I've got some very exciting news. I'm actually going to be starting another small business. It's kind of like a small branch from Chubibi. So it's going to be a new jewelry business that's in the works. My goal for these new jewelry pieces is to have them very beautiful. So I'll be personally designing each one myself. And I want them to be high quality because, oh gosh, when I was younger, I had the most painful allergic reaction to cheap jewelry. And because of that, I actually don't really wear jewelry myself, even though I really, really want to and I really like them. But I'm too scared because I don't know if I'm going to have a terrible reaction again. And the final point is I want it to be affordable. Like, I know there's so many high quality jewelry out there, but it's so expensive. Like, I cannot afford a $2,000 or, I don't know, $500 pair of earrings just because my skin can't handle cheaper ones. So my goal is to create affordable jewelry that everyone can wear, and it's super pretty because it'll be designed by me. So I hope you'll join me on this journey, and I am very excited. Okay, we're now at the end of the video. I hope you found it super duper helpful and inspiring, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!